G'day and welcome to day 3. So it's still relatively early in the morning. I've been up for about 2 hours, but I'm like a little kid and I'm excited to see what's in box number 3. So what do you reckon it is? I reckon it's a crochet kit. So I was hoping my little assistant would be up, but he didn't want to get up yet. So day number 3. Hang on a second, the alarm's going off. There we go. Alright, day number 3. Let's have a look. We'll let you be the first to see it. What is it? Is it a crochet kit? Wonderful gift. So that's what we've got. So oh wow. It is a crochet kit. It is a dwarf Christmas tree. Oh, we'll move it back a bit. There we go. What does that say? Perfect for beginners. Well, there we go. So we've got that. All right, we'll get each item out. Now, with these little handbooks, I'm thinking about trying them out with my son because he's just learning to crochet. So just to change it, that's my son's first chain. So he's just learning. Oh, wow. We've got lots to see in here. So I am sorry about the crinkling. I am not going to try and turn down the volume. So we'll just take it all out of this little bag first. Alright, so we'll take it all out of that crinkly bag. Alright, get rid of that crinkly bag. So we've got a bag with plenty of stitch markers. So we've got 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 stitch markers. So that's alright. What have we got in here? Let's have a look. Aren't these adorable? Nice cute little pins. So we'll just stick it in there for now. And then we've got these here. So that's to thread your needle with the yarn. So that's pretty cool. So there's 2 of them. We've got 2 yellow ones. And then we got 2 metal. So this one first is blunt, so it's not as sharp. And then this one is a bit sharper. So we've got 2 metal darning needles. Oh, hang on, we got another needle threader. And I think the crochet hook just fell down. It did, but we'll get to that. We're not up to that yet. And so we've got a nice little blue one, nice baby blue. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Is that all the colours? Yeah, that's all the colours. And so that's all the colours of the little pins. How cute are they? All right, you save my... So they would be to be tacking bits down, like the amigurumi sticks. So we'll put them back in to there. So 20 pins, 2 needles, 3 needle threaders. We've got some wire, so we've got some really thin wire. And then we've got some nice thick wire. And then we've got 3 glue sticks. So we've seen how the last kit went with the hot glue, so we'll see if we can avoid that. And this kit has come with, I'll see if I can show you, a 2mm hook. So we've got the skin tone. So I've already said I'm going to use rather Jolly Joy or another yarn to make this, but I can do a swatch with this yarn. So some white. Yeah, that one's wound really thin. I like how they've tried to do a centre pull, but look at that. That's terrible. That's going to be a nightmare to crochet with. And it's nice thick yarn, but they give you a decent amount. And then green. And a whole heap of little pom-poms. And then some more vacuum sealed polyfill. And that's what the quality looks like, vacuum sealed. So those speckles were on the plastic, not in it. So that's kind of good. But it kind of looks dusty or something, doesn't it? So we are going to put it all back in here. And I'll probably use Jolly Joy yarn for this one to hook back in the wire, the hot glue, that, and the stitch markers, and DIY Handicrafts crochet kit for beginners. So let's have a look. Alright, so it's got here a 2.5 to a 3mm hook. Size is for 4-ply yarn. A 3.5 to a 4 is for DK yarn. A 5 to a 6mm hook is for Aran yarn. And a 7mm and bigger is for chunky yarn. So that's handy to know. And then it's got the US and UK terms down the bottom there. And then I suppose this could come in handy for when you're writing a pattern too, I suppose. I'll move that back just a little bit. So it's got holding the yarn, making a slip knot. Top tip, it doesn't matter if your stitches tend towards being slightly tight or even a little loose. You're aiming for an even tension throughout to achieve a professional finish. So yeah, then it's got doing a magic ring, single crochet, two together, single crochet increase, slip stitch, half double crochet, two together, double crochet, two together, changing color, working into which loop, so front loop or back loop or regular. And then it's got treble, double, half double and single crochet, what the stitches look like. So I'll just show you that page. And it's even got how to count your stitches. So there you go. For the people that don't crochet that are watching, like Mum. And then it's even got sewing seams. So that's handy. So dwarf Christmas tree. Merry Christmas. So it's got a little QR code here. I'll scan that and we'll see what comes up. Oh, that takes us to YouTube. And that's what will come up. Back loop, front loop, pom-pom, popcorn stitch, working into a chain, ice strip yarn and crochet hook, thick ice strip yarn, arch stitch, back hook, single crochet, reverse single crochet, peacock, cotton filled yarn and crochet hook. Okay, so there's quite a few. Does it say? So there's 34 videos by Crochet Creation. So it's had quite a few views. I don't think it's going to let me see how many comments. Maybe they're turned off.
Today, let's discuss crochet stitch technique called blow crochet. As we can see, a complete stitch consists of a V-shape. For blow crochet, we crochet using the half of the V-shape furthest from us, as shown in the demonstration. Let's crochet a single crochet stitch.
So you can't view comments or anything. So they call a back loop only a blow crochet. So that's interesting. So part 1 is the QR code. Part 2 is the terminology. Part 3 is how to read the pattern. How to read the pattern. Round is R and D. Total number of stitches. So in this pattern, we have a row around, a chain, a slip stitch, single crochet, double crochet, increase, decrease, back loop only, increase, double crochet, and then turn, which it says flip weave piece. So looks like it could be a bit interesting. So it's got a crochet tutorial for the pattern here. So I'm just going to try that and see if this one's a green screen. So it's in layer 1, 2, 3, for dwarf body, the nose, arms, whiskers, star, candy cane, and assembly. So I'm just going to click layer 1.
Today we are going to explain to you the dwarf Christmas tree. Next, let's crochet the body part, which consists of 4 layers. For this part, we will use green and white yarn and a 2.0 millimeters hook, 2 or 0, for crocheting. Now let's go into detail about the crocheting method for each round. Let's now go into detail about the crocheting method for each round. First, we begin with the first layer.
Okay. So it's definitely not a green screen, but it's very, I don't know what you call that. So I've just saved that video so I can watch it on my TV. So yeah, this could be interesting. Okay, so layer 1, layer 2, layer 3, layer 4. Then we're making, okay, so the Christmas tree's the hat, yep. And then the star kind of looks like a flower. 10, 11, and that's it. So yeah, and then we hot glue those things on. So this could be interesting. So thank you, Mum. I look forward to doing that. I will just quickly see if it tells you how big it's going to be. Attention, no. So it doesn't say how big it's meant to be. But mine will be bigger than what it's meant to be anyway, because I'm going to use Jolly Joy yarn for that one, because I know I've got all the colours. So yeah. All right. Well, I'll check back in with you later on today. I've made the first part of the tree, so it sort of took a bit to figure it out because it was like double crochet and I thought it was US terms, UK terms, but it turns out no, it is US terms, so because then you got a single crochet. So that one took about 20 minutes for me to sort of figure it out. And then we've done this one, and as you can see, it's a slip stitch chain 1. So because I've done me stitch marker in the last and stitch marker in the first, and I'm using Jolly Joy yarn and the valuable, it's like a ice blue, I thought would look nice on the end rather than white and white with the beard, because I don't think, I've never seen real snow, but I don't think it's real white. So I'm just going to drop you down and you can watch me do this. Alrighty, everyone. So I'm back. So it's been a couple of days. So I opened what I call the gnome. So I opened this one probably about 2 days ago now. So this is day 3, and I just thought I'd check back with you and let you know some notes. I will give you a heads up that today is Saturday and the Adelaide 500 is on, which you might hear it in the background, you might not. I just thought I'd let you know. So let's show you what I'm up to. So I've done the tree part. So I've used the Jolly Joy green, the valuable, like really light blue that kind of looks like white, which I thought would give that ice effect. Scroll down. And so I've done the body, the nose, and the arm. So now I am up to, which I've just got to do a bit of research because I haven't done this stitch before. So I'm up to doing what they call the whiskers, which is the beard. So I'm just up to that bit, and it tells me to do 25 short needle for radish threads. So I'm not quite sure what that means. So I do have to look that up. It's got a, where is it? Just here, it's got a QR code that I can scan. So I will do that. And then I've just got the star and the candy cane. And then I'm up to assembling. So I will check back with you guys once I have completed the star and the candy cane as well, and have assembled my little Christmas gnome. So the dwarf Christmas tree. So yeah, that'll be great once that's done. So I will check back with you then. Alrighty, so I'm back and I have completed the dwarf Christmas tree, or as I call it, a gnome. So a few things about the pattern. So I did it in Jolly Joy yarn and the Velour Valuable yarn. I haven't glued on the polka dots. My first overall review of the pattern was the hat is still a bit floppy, so whether gluing it or not, it tells you to glue it on, but if you've seen my last one with the elf, that didn't go so well, so I've stitched that one on. A few things about the pattern is the star looks more like a flower. So that was the first time I've used wire to crochet. It took me a while to figure out to do it. Overall, it took me 2 hours, 23 minutes and 53 seconds to make the whole thing. So that's including sewing it in and all of that. So the tree was difficult. When it came to doing the body part, so I did the slip stitch chain one there and there, but just worked in the rounds on the arms, the nose and the candy cane. All I can say is make sure you read the pattern properly. So because the first time I did it, I missed 4 rounds, which is a couple of rounds 4 rounds of just single crochet in between some increases and decreases. The nose, I didn't have any issues with. The arms, I didn't have any issues with. The beard, it was the first time that I done this loop stitch, so I had to watch the tutorial on how to do that, and I think it turned out quite nice. I didn't tack the bottom part down, I've just sewn across there. I reckon if you put weights in it, this would make a nice doorstop. Definitely not kid friendly because of the wire in the star and candy cane. So maybe if you use the rollers and just made the candy cane maybe a bit bigger. Assembly, I didn't really have too much trouble assembling. I did watch the tutorial on assembly, but it would have been nice if it told you how far apart to sew the arms. But I just watched and there was roughly 2 visible stitches between each arm and the bead, and the bead is 15 stitches long. For the hat, it tells you to glue at round 19, whereas I just stitched mine. So just there, I just stitched mine in, and I've still got to do some little balls on it. I quite enjoyed the pattern, it's quite cute. It took me a couple of days in between doing it. And the ice blue adds a nice touch. It breaks up the white from the bead, so you can, well, I can see the difference between the blue and the white. It's that nice icy blue. I think what I would do next time is just stitch each layer after threading the star through all 4 layers. I just stitch so it doesn't lift and wobble. That's all I've got to say about it. If you've got any questions, feel free to message me. So there's wire in the candy cane to get it to bend like that. I'm happy for any comments about questions that you might have about it, but the pattern was actually written really well. Well done, Timu. It doesn't actually say in the pattern book who it's by. Just got DIY, Merry Christmas there, and then the QR codes. Now the QR codes take you to Crochet Handmade Share, and I've read her thing, and that just says that they have picked the patterns themselves. So it doesn't actually say that they've made the pattern, no. It would be nice if it said who made the pattern, but there's nothing to say who made the pattern. I will ask my mum to comment maybe if the pattern's still available on Temu. Different countries is different prices. And yeah, so that wraps up day 3 of Vlogmas. So tomorrow will be day 4. So like I said, I'm pre-recording these because once school holidays come, life gets a bit busy and I won't be able to keep up with Vlogmas, so I'm just sort of getting a head start. Sorry, I went and I actually forgot to add that I was going to review the yarn still, so I hadn't reviewed the yarn still. So I will do that and then I'll cut this one off. So hang on 2 seconds. Alright, I'm back. I've got the kit. I've got my pillow again. Let's do this. So, we're going to try out the hook that come with it. So it sort of feels a bit rough. Oh, the box was in the way. Sorry about that. So, let's start with the yellow. So the yarn is soft and stretchy. It's wrapped loosely, so you've got to be careful to make sure you get all the threads of the yarn. And I do apologise if you hear background noise. I'm not too far away from Adelaide 500, so I'm about 4 kilometres away. So at the end of this row, I'm just going to colour change to the next colour. So the green is not as soft as the yellow, but it's definitely not scratchy or anything like that. I think it would have maybe a bit of nylon in it, I would assume. So the white seems to feel a little bit on the thinner side. So whether it's, and it doesn't seem to have as much stretch either. So that could be it. Excuse me. If you're still here watching, I would love it if you could hit that like button, and if you're not subscribed, hit that subscribe, and don't forget to hit the bell button, and that'll keep you up to date with all my uploads. Also, if you can share it, so share it with a mate or even just share it to yourself, and that helps my channel. That would be very much appreciated. So I'll cut green, white. Now we'll do the red. What I might do, change to the red. So the yarn seems to glide nicely on this hook. I reckon if I was to compare it to my normal Timu hook, I don't think there would be a difference in between this hook and, I don't know if you can see, but see all those threads, just they're all separated. So when pulling it through, you've just got to be careful. Oh, see there? It only picked up a little bit of that stitch. So you've got to be really careful. It seems to split easy. See? really splitty. And so there we have it. And I'll just move you back a bit. So there we have it. So I haven't obviously weaved in the ends, it's just a swatch. And my tension could do with being a little bit tighter. But yeah. That's the colours. So the yarn's not too bad. It'd be alright for a beginner, I suppose. I didn't use the pins and that or the glue or the filling. So I just used my own filling and I didn't glue anything on, I just stitched it on. But yeah. So I'll put them back in there along with that little swatch. And I'll sit back a bit now. And so that's all for today. So I've made the little gnome. He's beautiful. And yeah, I look forward to seeing what other little crochet kits my mum's put in the boxes. Well, in the box 1. She said she's currently wrapping and packing box 2. So yeah. Alrighty, well, I'm gonna let yous go. I hope you enjoy your day. Don't forget to stretch those fingers and don't crochet too hard. I know that some people do markets and there's lots at Christmas time in Australia. So yeah. Alright, well, you take it easy and until the next one, bye for now.